The severe front transmission fluid leaks that I'm talking about come from this part here. This is the transmission pump and K3 assembly for the reverse. And this has to be removed from the transmission. Of course, you're going to have to pull the transmission out of the car. Your goal here is to pull this out, reseal it, and put it back in. Now notice here we have one that's a little bit smaller than this one. This one is from a 722.3 transmission. This is from a 722.4. Everything I'm going to explain in my instructions is the same, but the kit is different because the gasket's smaller on the 0.4, the seal's smaller as you can see here, and the O-ring inside the pump is smaller. So we have two places where these leaks can be coming from. The dripping will come out of the bell housing. On the bottom of the bell housing, there'll be cutout. It could be leaking here, dripping down and coming out here. If there's no wetness up here and you have a lot of wetness down there, it's coming out of this big O-ring. In any case, don't remove the transmission and just change the torque converter seal. A lot of people have done that thing, oh, it's just leaking out of there. You'll go to all that work, you'll put the transmission back in, and it'll be leaking because it's leaking out of this big O-ring right here. So what's it going to take to fix it? If you're getting a severe seal leak from the front of the transmission after you park it, after you've driven it, it's probably coming out of the seal. If it keeps leaking while the car is parked, like in your shop or storage building, then the leak is coming out of the bottom of this O-ring right here. Now let me show you what I include in my kit to fix this problem. So you can see I have two seals, a gasket, a pipe. Inside this little container is some transmission goo, and then I have these two aviation grade lint-free cloths which you're going to use for final cleaning. These are the parts that will leak. Now every once in a while you'll find one of these where the gasket may leak because it wasn't installed properly. So when you pull your transmission, because it's a lot of work, you replace both of these right here. You pull the pump out. You have to be careful because the pump resides behind this plate. And looky here, here's that O-ring. And you can understand why this leaks. This pump produces a lot of high pressure fluid running through the transmission, and when this O-ring gets old and hard and shrinks, you'll have fluid leaking right out the bottom of this O-ring. So this is the pump that pumps the fluid, say, through the transmission, and you'll have to gain access to that to change this seal right here. And then once you have this out, you can replace the main seal for the torque converter, and that's the purpose of this pipe, to help you tap the new seal in and get it right down flush with the edge of this pump housing here. So this is a DIY job. It's not easy because it requires removing the transmission. The instructions that come with my kit do not include removing and reinstalling the transmission, but I'll take you through all the steps of taking this apart and getting it resealed and getting it back into your transmission.